here at South Seattle College. And I just want to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming. And I want to talk a little bit about the new solar array we have here on Cascade Hall. And so Cascade Hall is one of our newer buildings here on campus, about a 50,000 square foot building that came online in 2017. And since then, when it originally came online, we had put in place a pretty small solar array as part of that, and then through a number of partnerships, we've had the opportunity late last fall to bring online a new solar array that's generating power as we speak from the sun. And this is part of a broader initiative that we have here at Seattle Colleges, and part of a broader partnership that brought 3 new solar arrays, one here at South Seattle College, one at Seattle Central College, and one at North Seattle College, to bring more than 275 kilowatts of solar photovoltaic online last year. And that's part of a big initiative that we have to decarbonize our campuses. As many of us know right now, the fossil fuels that we're using are contributing to greenhouse gases, and we have a big challenge in the Northwest, nationwide and worldwide, to go ahead and replace those fossil fuels with clean energy generation. And so one of the steps that we need to take is the installation of solar photovoltaic, and we're doing that at all of our campuses. The other thing that we're doing is actively investing in energy efficiency. It's really important at the same time that we do that we can't just generate our way out of the problem. We have to save energy at the same time. And so with our partners at McKinstry, we have put in place a ton of different initiatives to go ahead and change the computer control systems, change out the lights, go ahead and put in place new, more efficient HVAC systems in order to save energy over time. And we've been doing that actively on all 3 of the campuses, replacing many of the lights and making a number of changes in order to be able to save energy at the same time that we're generating more on the rooftop. So we began working with McKinstry. Ron, I don't even know, maybe you can say how long ago, but I know we've been working together about a decade at this point. So.
Yeah, 2006.
2006 on a number of these projects. And we've taken on these energy efficiency and renewable projects. And a number of those projects have also included students. We continue to do workforce development with having students involved in those projects and being able to contribute to the overall efforts. So this building here started with a 7 kilowatt array. And for context, a 7 kilowatt array would generate about 60% of what an average household uses in electricity here in the Northwest. And on top of that, we went ahead and last fall brought online a new 82 kilowatt array. So we took an over 10-fold increase of the amount of solar photovoltaic energy that we could put in place. And we were able to do that through the partnership and with amazing support, both from the Washington State Department of Commerce and from Seattle City Light in order to make that happen. And the real focus of this project was to be able to use the clean energy to generate it and use it here on the campus, but also to use it as a learning laboratory. And so we use this actively in our project. We've been up on the roof, we've checked this out. We take a number of different tours. We're providing workforce development opportunities to show folks what a solar installation looks like. And then the other side, this generates a bunch of data, and we're able to use that data for a number of different purposes, including integration with our science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs. And so they're able to access that data and then use that, for instance, in physics to see how is the solar energy actually generated, how is energy actually generated from solar photovoltaic? Or for engineering, are we getting the expected outputs that we would have? And so it's pretty awesome in a partnership to be able to do that. And just for a grand scale of things, we've got to keep doing this and keep doing this and keep doing this. Over the next 7 or 8 years, we need to see between 1,500 and 2,000 installations of this scale across the city of Seattle to meet our goals in order to be able to support the load growth and other things that we're seeing at the same time as we're taking some of the fossil fuel generation off of our grid in order to meet our greenhouse goals. So with that, I think I'm going to hand this over to Ron Fuse. Ron is with McKinstry and has been absolutely a wonderful partner in doing all this work.
All right. Yeah, so as Steve said, I'm Ron Fuse from McKinstry. I'm a project developer, and McKinstry does a lot of things in buildings. The group that I'm in, we focus on publicly owned existing buildings and improving them. So making them work better, making them more efficient, and of course adding renewable energy to them. Let's see, Steve had mentioned the 3 projects. I've got a few factoids here. So between the 3 campuses, close to 1,000 solar panels to make up those projects. And then to kind of walk you through the process for how these projects work is it really starts with a financial discussion about what is the financial criteria for the project to make sure that it's going to work. And one of the things that the colleges did that was really forward-thinking is you can use, the problem with an energy project is the savings comes over time, but the construction happens all at once. So the state has a great program to bridge that. It's a financing program through the state, and you can use the energy savings to pay for the construction over time. So in this case, it's paid for over 15 years. And then also, as Steve mentioned, the Seattle City Light, the Green Up program was essential for this, and then also the Commerce, State of Washington Department of Commerce grant was also essential to making this work. And then the Inflation Reduction Act was not known when this project started, and that just became icing on the cake. It was just a bonus that the colleges are able to claim the tax funding on that. So that makes the financials even better. Some of the things that we look at when we're qualifying a project is we looked at all the campus buildings. We want to look at how old are the roofs. Are any of the roofs going to be replaced? Are any of the buildings going to be renovated or demolished? And from that we come up with a short list of buildings, and then we use a tool called Helioscope, which basically uses Google Earth to look at the roofs, identify the best opportunities. We narrowed it down to I think 2 or 3, and then at that point the engineers come out to the site. So no engineers come to the site until we've gone through the financials and then that Helioscope process. And what they're looking at is they're looking at the structural design of the roof and the electrical for the building to make sure it can support solar. And then this building was the winner on this campus and was selected. And let's see here, just some of the components, the main components. So you have the panels themselves or the modules, and you have a racking system, which have gotten a lot better over the years. And then the racking is either ballasted, which means weighted down to the roof, or attached to the roof. And then you have inverters, which panels make DC power, just like a battery would, and you've got to convert that into AC power for it to go into the building. And let's see here. As far as the main challenges go, it's really it's a staging process, because as panels are getting cheaper, labor is really starting to drive the financials of the project. So even 5 years ago, solar was more of a feel-good thing to do, and now the price of solar equipment has come down so much that it's a good investment. So it has a good return on investment to do these projects. And then the other thing is craning the material to the roof, making sure you don't overload any section of the roof was a challenge. And one of the interesting things is Sphere Solar, who is our great labor installer on this. They actually had a drone, and they flew the drone around just to get some cool video footage of the solar installation, which was really nice. And yeah, I guess that's really it. Last thing, our solar team wanted me to make sure I mentioned that they're recyclable. So it's going to last 30 years, but rapidly the industry is developing a recycling infrastructure. So once these panels reach end of life, they get recycled. Closed loop. Thanks. Back to you, Steve.
And then next is Lori Moen from the City of Seattle. Lori's going to talk a little bit about what Seattle City Light did with this project as our utility partner.
Yeah, thanks. I guess I'll step over here. Great to be here, everyone. My name is Lori Moen. I work for Seattle City Light in the Customer Energy Solutions Division. I'm here with my colleague, Lisa Espinosa. We have an amazing job. We get to help our customers achieve their sustainability objectives, and we do that through giving away money. And it's such a neat job. I've worked with these gentlemen for years to just continue to do these projects, and to be here at a school where the project also contributes to a lot of the education is really, really exciting for me. At City Light, we help customers with energy efficiency, We help customers with renewable energy, and we also help customers with transportation electrification. So these are all the types of programs that you can get involved with in your community, at your home, and your businesses. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the Green Up program, which is our renewable energy program that supported this project. Just curious, are any of you Green Up participants? Seattle City Light customers? One? Okay, great. A couple of you, awesome. So the way the Green Up program works is customers volunteer on their bills to pay a monthly subscription, and for that subscription we buy renewable energy credits for those customers. We buy on the market, so part of local large projects that get developed, and those energy credits get sold in bulk, and we support local projects such as this. So this project is now generating power, and we are taking that power and running it through an accreditation system that we then can purchase those renewable energy credits on behalf of the Green Up customers. So this project was funded through that process, and it's one of two that we're funding, I believe. So both this college and then the North College, you said, is also getting one. So, you know, we're standing here in the sun, and we don't think of Seattle being the first place on earth to invest in solar. And, you know, the good news is that it really is very economical here, and we have over 164 sunny days per year. So that's really enough solar to contribute substantially to not only a commercial load, but of course your residential loads as well. So let me see here, what else do I need to do? So some of the other Green Up projects that we have done are on other local schools, K through 12 schools, public organizations like community centers, and we recently did a pool, an aquatic center, and also on affordable housing. If anybody watched the news yesterday, Jay Inslee was in town to announce the Solar for All incentives, and he did that at, is it the Honoki Apartments? And that was another one of our Green Up program grant recipients. So energy solutions can help better our communities and benefit the communities. This is adding clean renewable energy to our local system. Seattle City Light has been greenhouse gas neutral since 2005. It's something we're very proud of. And I just want to say congratulations to this project team. It's so nice to see things come to the end and be celebrated, and I appreciate all of you for coming. Thank you for having me. Back to you, Steve.
Well, thanks. So I think with that, we have an opportunity to talk a little bit here. We get to go see the installation on the roof. So we're going to go up. We can take the elevator up, I think, to the 3rd floor, and then we'll have to go up through the access hatch. It is a relatively steep stairway to go up. It does have handrails, so just if you'll go one at a time as you go up on there, and we'll have somebody up on the roof. The most attractive place to walk is the one place you don't want to go on the roof. It would walk you right off the edge there. So once you get up, don't walk to the big open area between the screen wall. Just kind of hang out, and we'll make a U-turn and then go back to see the panels. The panels here are actually on 2 different roof surfaces. The main bulk of them is up on the main part of the roof with the rooftop heating, ventilation, and air conditioning equipment. That was partially because they were able to tap into some of those electric lines and save infrastructure money in doing so. But we ran out of space, so they also have a number of the panels up on the roof that we can see here as well.